In 2022, the arrival of tools like ChatGPT was marketed as a corporate cheat code. It was billed as a technology that would eventually empower every worker, performing the tasks of 10 people for a fraction of the cost. Major tech companies moved quickly to capitalize on that math. Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft aggressively integrated these models into their workflows, resulting in the elimination of tens of thousands of roles in just a few months. This shift quickly moved into the physical world, targeting high-volume service roles. Fast food chains began replacing real people at the drive-thru with automated systems designed to handle thousands of orders without a break. These early successes led many executives to believe they had found a permanent way to lower overhead by replacing human payroll with software. But the cost of this software is tied to a hidden metric called a token. This is the digital currency used to bill for every word the AI processes. For a standard text request, about 750 words will cost a company 1,000 tokens. Because companies began scoring employees on how much AI they used, workers started burning through excessive volumes of tokens on insignificant tasks. This led to token maxing, where engineers use AI for nearly everything just to appear more efficient on paper. When tasks involve complex code, images, or video, these costs compound. AT&T consumes nearly 8 billion tokens every day, while Meta reportedly spent $900 million on tokens in a single month. The bill has become so high that companies like Uber and Microsoft are actually scaling back. They've discovered that at this scale, the cost of the tokens can actually exceed the salary of the workers they replaced. It raises a critical question. Where is all that money going? Those billions of dollars are flowing directly into the frontier labs, companies like OpenAI and Anthropic. They act as the first toll booth in the supply chain, capturing the budgets that companies used to spend on human labor. This chart shows the result of that transfer. Anthropic ended 2025 with $3 billion in revenue, but they project that will triple to nearly $10 billion in 2026 as more businesses rely on their models. Despite these staggering revenues, these labs are still searching for profitability. They are spending almost everything they earn because they owe a substantial debt to the entity at the very top of the chain. Unlike the early days of the internet, building a modern tech company now requires a significant upfront investment in computing power. You have to secure millions of dollars in hardware before you can even begin to build a product. The entire industry is built on these physical semiconductor wafers. These chips are the primary bottleneck for the global market, and they are increasingly difficult to acquire. Beyond the chips, you need sprawling industrial data centers and access to nearly a gigawatt of energy to keep them running. This physical footprint is something only the largest corporations can afford. This has sparked a trillion-dollar arms race. Tech giants are pouring their annual budgets into building these facilities, fearing that if they don't own the infrastructure, they will be locked out of the future market entirely. Control of the market now rests with the companies that own the physical hardware and the energy required to power it. This extreme centralization of power creates a long-tail problem. While the tech giants build models for hundreds of millions of people, they often ignore the highly specific needs of local businesses. Consider a small pizzeria. They generate plenty of data about their daily sales and customer habits, but they don't have the capital to hire a custom engineering team to turn that data into a working AI system. This gap exists in almost every analog industry. Independent clothing manufacturers could use AI to spot fabric defects, but current models are too generalized and too expensive for their specific factory floors. The initial promise that this technology would empower every worker is hitting a wall. For many independent businesses, the cost of custom engineering makes the technology effectively out of reach. The current AI economy acts as a funnel. It takes capital from standard businesses and moves it into the hands of a few silicon manufacturers and cloud monopolies. That financial pressure is likely to grow. As the major AI labs prepare to go public, they will be forced to increase the price of their tokens to satisfy investors, making the technology even more expensive for the companies that rely on it. Until a new generation of platforms makes it easier for individuals to build their own systems, the current market will remain a lopsided race. For now, it is primarily a way for the world's largest companies to charge everyone else rent for the tools of the future.